Hey there, good evening, or good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Glad to have you here. I just couldn't really wait. I was just so relieved to be done questing that I just couldn't wait and just had to log on. I want to rest a little more, so I have a little more reserves to do this grind. But yeah, just had to really check out the Voodoo map. I was really stoked to do it. And right here we make a bit of a fool of ourselves. We think, oh, Leprechauns, they're right here. Why don't we just try and get a green bandana real quick? Knowing full well they can hit you for 9k damage. So I severely underestimate the monster and lose 10% as the price. We continue to be, a little overzealous here. Instantly get, one hit. And then we're hurrying back because we had the green bandana drop for us. It's gone. Some shyster flew through this map in the span of a minute and just stole the green bandana from us. I mean, they didn't know any better, but whoever they were, whoever was in the forest at 49 server time, 49 past midnight server time, you were not my favorite person for around 30 minutes. It took me a little while to get over that because we died twice. We paid in blood for that green bandana and somebody just took it away from us. Not knowing, not on purpose. They didn't just do it in our face, but the fact that it happened kind of sucked my soul here a little bit. So we're just briefly, checking out the map, seeing how we perform, what it's like. Because we're not able to knock these back at all. We don't do enough damage. We're very weak right now. We haven't scrolled anything for attack. We're gonna make 10 attack gloves this episode, and we're gonna gach. So we're gonna have a scrolling session at midway of this Hoodoo training, or at the very end. I don't know when. Just when we're feeling like we need a break or something, I think it'll be nice to just, scroll right before we resume grinding here. We're gonna not use the bonus card yet. We're gonna wait for tomorrow when we have fresh reserves to do this grind. We switched our new unagi out for the white potion for the unagi, so we're kind of getting used to using a new pot here. I'm healing 1,000 versus 300 because our HP is climbing up. We have to constantly rotate out pots, rotate new ones in, maybe keep old ones in the rotation. I think I'm gonna leave the white pot out because it just heals so little, 300. So these hit kind of hard, almost 400. So I can hamburger here once per hit. But it's hard. It's very, very hard to hit the pot button while you're holding a directional key, jumping, and attacking, and trying to dodge a little bit too. So I do my best here. We overheal a couple times, but for the most part it's at least over, I think 70% of the time we have Zerk up. Maybe even 8. For the majority of the time we still, hold true to the Zerking self-rule. So this is hard for us right now, but that's the beauty of it, is that after a few hours we're gonna start being good at it and it's gonna be comfortable. So something that was hard is gonna become doable and not as hard, easy. So that's great. I think it's gonna be a good benefit. And I want to head to Singapore and take care of those Captain Latanica pre-quests, because that's gonna be our very first, I think, test. It's gonna kind of test us as a player. I don't believe we'll be able to Zerk it, so never mind. But when we do we are able to, that'll be our very first kind of kind of like a showcase, very early showcase of whether or not we'll be able to perform and play well at a technical level for this class. Kind of gauge where we're at right now. And I'm hoping at good things because we've been practicing so much. Just in our grinding sessions, Zerking, that is. So, I think Captain Latanica hits you for 3.8k. maybe more because we're not wearing a lot of like armor. So let's just say it'll hit us for 4.2k. We'll need like 8.4, maybe like 9k just to be safe when we do circuit. I'll check the drop table, see if there's anything we're keeping an eye out for. But he drops NX, and there's an infinite amount of attempts. It's not limited to 2. So he's gonna be pretty cool. I think we might like even farm him for like a couple hours if we decide to. If there is something worthy that he drops, maybe just even for the NX. Because he can drop a 5k very rarely, I think. And I sped this part up like so fast you probably can't even track anything. Just because it's a pretty dull map. 4 spawn, group them up, get rid of them as quickly as you can. Try to maximize the spawn, or minimize the downtime between spawns. So that's it right here. We get around 23 Heartstoppers, I think. So I don't know if we can get a stack of 200 like we were originally saying. But we'll kind of compare with the drop card and without. You know, like 80%, blah blah blah. Like we'll do 80%, keep a track of a mental note of the number, and compare it to 23, and see if how much more or less we get, if there's like any difference. But yeah. So our idea is we're gonna get a full level here and then go back to Leprechauns, because that was just so. That's just so like there's a fine line between bravery and like stupidity, and I think that was very much stupidity right there. So we go more along the bravery lines here now. 0% damage control, and we're gonna die here again and again and again. Like we look a little stupid here, but we're trying to attack it at a different angle slightly each time to no avail. Because it's just, if you either don't kill it right away, it's gonna hit you and you're dead, or else stun you and just totally lock you down and disarm you for 5 seconds while it takes you out. Trying to use the tree there to protect me, but it ended up actually doing more harm than good. And then we figured out a tactic. We're gonna go to that money bag with the thorns at, and we're gonna just stand on the thorns and then hit it. Do our best to have iframes protect us, but you know it's not guaranteed. Like this environment here is an immediate like threat to our character's life and health, because one like mess up, one slip up, and we're dead. We go to this map here. This is a mistake. Just trying to check it out, but there's no safe spot, no safe vantage point to hit these without dying. Oh god. Yeah, just, you know, we'll have our revenge later. Our revenge. It's not fair, you know. This is not a fair. This is an unfair fight. Yeah, maybe when it's we're even, I'll punish these heavily. I'll just kill them out of spite. But yeah, thorns. It doesn't protect you 100% of the time because they attack so quickly that it can just break through the iframes, or just a very, very brief window that it'll just get you. And yeah, just looking for the green bandana. And the more it doesn't drop, the more I'm thinking back on the shyster, the thief from the past. We finally get one, and then we kind of chill. We cool our jets. Just get taken out there. Yeah, so the thorns don't protect you 100% of the time. This is very high risk. Not very high reward, but we need these to scroll it with later. Because I want to make a dex helm, because we need 100, like 46 accuracy to start killing headless horsemen at level 100, and that's something I want to do right away, because some people don't know all the maps. Like, as long as there's not a Bigfoot, we can maybe locate one easily, and that'll be great experience at that level. Just to kind of like infuse and inject in our grind gain of EXP. Because yeah, if I can kill, like, I've killed, so my record is I've killed like 46 in one like go around, and like 23, like half the amount of Bigfoots in that time too, and just like made like 50k NX doing that. Back when I was like hunting in the forest pretty heavily. That was on my Night Lord. So yeah, we're gonna try to target a higher dex range with a really good helmet and overall, which will get us there. Because if we get like a 26 dex overall or higher, and like maybe a 16 dex helmet, we'll be good. I mean, it's kind of like a Z helm, just minus that luck you get from the accuracy you get from the luck and the raw 25 or 15 accuracy. So it's kind of like a Z helm in a way. If we get some 30s to hit, it'll maybe go up to 20 dex. So we're trying to just mass up like 4 green bandanas so we have some playroom with the scrolls. So yeah, just try to, in case one explodes or fails or gets ruined, we have a backup that's also been having scrolls pass on it. That's the idea. So right now we're just going to replenish our pots. We're going to get some quees, and we're going to go to Mush Shrine and do just like a, I don't know, a voiceover of the gachapon there. It's a pretty weak run. We don't really get much. But there's a few key scrolls that if they do pass that we got, they'll be huge. We get a lot of int scrolls, like glove int, glove for magic attack 30. I had a dilemma about that because we can try to shoot for like 40 int equipment per level up, and then with that'll get you to 30k no problem. But I also I'm also making a perfect FKC right now, so I kind of want to transfer some of these int scrolls to my bishop. So I don't know if I can do that and still, be considered like a legit Iron Man. Because I can technically use the scrolls. I think the rule is if the item's like absolutely like unusable to your character, then you can give it away or transfer it. But I can technically use these. Like everything has a use like in strictly technical terms. But I guess, int equipment is pretty big. It's like massive in the server. First thing you do when you log on to Maple Royals is max out your HP to play the game. So yeah, we're gonna use up all our summon sacks here, and yeah, just free up like 4 more use tabs because these things are of absolutely no use to us. Yeah, thought about leaving some in here just for fun, but I don't want to like kill a unsuspecting new player or something, so we just clear them all out. Sell some of the drops that just dropped. And it feels nice to have those summoning sacks gone because they were really just not very helpful to have. Pick up a safety charm. I was very hesitant about buying it because in Phantom Forest anything can kill you in one hit. Like you can just die out of nowhere. Like you could walk into a headless horseman if you're not if you're like in 4K and just die, or you could have a Bigfoot spawn on you and die, have a Leprechaun pop out and kill you and die. Overall dexterity. That's the big scroll right there. If we can get like 3 or 4 to pass on a rope, we can finish it with 60s and have a very nice rope potentially. Yeah, we still have like 2 bathrobes, or 2 or 3 that we can kind of decide what our method is. So yeah, very weak run here. Glove for magic attack 30. Just a couple bottomware dexes, which we're still looking for a nice bottom to scroll. If none come by and we need like dex immediately, we can just go with a standard bottom. yeah, just a disappointing gach run. Shoot for jump 30. Can try to keep going with our snowshoe here. Because 60s are kind of a weak choice. Like, a 60 is like 1/3 of what a 30 gives if the 30 passes. So it's just kind of how brazen we're feeling at the moment, I guess. That's your gach run right there. Again, a little disappointing. But we do have a lot of scrolls to play with right now. And a lot of them are going to be very key. So we'll get them organized. We'll put them at the bottom in a visible location. So after, in between our grinding session or after, we will start scrolling, have a live commentary scrolling. How does that sound? I'm excited for that because I just want to get, I have a lot of angst with scrolling, especially on an Iron Man, where it's just the result just matters so much more because you can't just you just can't pay for your mistake to go away or, you know, fix it with money. It's like everything that doesn't go right is like paid for by just time grinding. So yeah, these scrolls are very impactful on an Iron Man, at least I think, or how it feels to me. I hope it goes well. I really do. We'll dummy 4 scrolls out of everything. That's going to be the threshold. So we'll see you when we come back tomorrow, resume the grind, and hopefully good things will happen. Done with questing. Yay! On to grinding. So we'll see you next time. Thank you. And, alright.